Come on, it's like descent! Backbones breaking band. High horses rode by big old friend.
So first of all, I've got to ask, how did the name come about?
So the name is actually a ridiculous thing. So we got together and got writing really quickly, and our ethos from the first couple of weeks was like, we want to be playing live, we want to be touring as much as possible, let's do this as soon as we can. And it literally then caught us by surprise, because before we'd even really come up with the full name, before anything, we got offered a tour from our friends who were doing a farewell tour, and they had heard rumors because mine and Ian's old band had toured with them.
Oh, okay.
And then like Matt, and they knew all of us individually. And they were like, we hear you guys are getting a band. Do you want to come and open on the farewell tour? And we were like, yeah, let's do it. Like, let's hit the road straight away. And we were like, shit, we need to come up with a name. We need to get a name real quickly. And we went through pages. I've got like a book here somewhere, and literally wrote out pages and pages and pages and pages of names. And we were like, we're trying to be clever about it. We were like coming up with philosophies and like coming up with quotes from films and coming up with things, and everything just sounded very like genre specific.
Oh yeah,
we drove up. It was kind of like in the realms of like While She Sleeps, and like those kind of things were like, they kind of painted a picture of what the sound would be, and we were like, oh, well, that's not really our sound. And then we just got really fed up, and I was like, we like dinosaurs. Let's do raptors. We were like, it's a pack animal. Let's just go with that. That was literally it. It was just a pure rage in the end. We were like, fuck it. We
just need something.
Yeah. And we were like, what better than dinosaurs?
Okay. And obviously it's a slightly quirkier spelling. Do you think that helps at all? Kind of helping people remember you and all that kind of thing?
That was the intention. It was let's spell it so it doesn't kind of get lost in the realms. It's kind of like almost like a sad thing to think about before we're even a band, but we were like thinking of just catching the eye, catching the attention. It's always like a talking point. So it's like
exactly. Yeah.
It'll either really piss people off or people like it. So it's like either way. It's
a bit of a thing though, isn't it? At the minute, I know obviously you've got like Paris and that kind of thing with the V, and it's definitely catching on.
Yeah, that's it. I think it's it works, and the intention is to be so big that becomes the normal way of spelling it, and then all the other. I don't know what the Oxford Dictionary will say about it, but we're like, this is the correct way of spelling rappers.
So obviously you were touching on kind of not quite being like a While She Sleeps kind of thing, but how would you describe your genre as a band?
We talk about this quite a lot, and quite kind of happily not sitting in anywhere at the moment. Which I know it can be counterproductive, and I'm sure the label aren't as happy about it, because people like categories because it helps pitch things. But to us, we're just like, you just got to listen to it and make up your own mind. If you like the alternative and the metallic and the hard rock elements of things, then it's going to be good, and people are going to like parts of it. But from song to song, it's completely different. We kind of approach every song without any kind of boundaries in mind, and whatever's kind of influencing us at the time, it might come out slightly more on the emo scale. It might come out more metalcore. It might be more flat out like hardcore punk. So, and it's our kind of theory of like songwriting is it's whatever we're feeling at the time, and it's got to be as genuine as possible. And because we just love all kinds of music, we'll be like, oh, I'm feeling smooth jazz or something today. And we're like, right, we're putting it in like some sort of element of it. And yeah, there are no rules. I don't feel like there should be rules in music. So we kind of just pave our own way.
Yeah, exactly. As long as you guys and everyone else likes it, yeah. You know,
that's it. That's it. And it's being not scared of not being liked by everyone and people not liking every single element. It's like it's got to be true to ourselves. Like we can easily see what goes down well with the most people. We could easily do that by just analyzing, oh, this gets a pop. But it's like there's certain boxes that aren't ticked for ourselves, and if we're not kind of touching on certain things, or we're not like singing about certain things, or we're not including certain elements, if it comes to us, it's going in there. And sometimes I know it might jar people, but it's like that's it, we're going to be happy with it. So
exactly, that's what counts. So what was it like recording the album then? Have you done, I know obviously you've done some singles and stuff like that. I imagine it's kind of a amalgamation of that and some of the tracks and stuff.
It was a hell of a process, really, because really we were thinking about an album while we were touring in 2019. So we started in 2018. We hit the road for the first like 2 years, and it came to the end of 2019. And we were like, we should probably think about like a record. And we started writing stuff then, and then the world shit the bed.
Exactly.
So everything came to a standstill. But luckily the majority of the band lives together here. So we were able to carry on writing and bouncing ideas with the other guys. And in a weird way, as far as pandemics go, it couldn't have happened at kind of a better time, because we were like, we had shows and tours and stuff booked, and obviously they got pulled.
Yeah,
we could even announce. So we were like, let's use this time where we were all stuck in the house anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
To really go to town with writing. So we started throwing around ideas, bouncing them over to the guys, and then as soon as we were allowed back in the room, we just took these. It was about 15 or 16 songs. Took them to the rehearsal studio, and just started jamming them out, playing them live, see how it's going to feel at volume. And it was we recorded half the album in between 2 lockdowns, and then the lockdown after is when we recorded the second half of the album. So it all timed out kind of perfectly, really. We made it work.
Exactly. And is there kind of a particular theme or story of the album, or is it more kind of individual tracks?
There's a loose theme, basically. The term "living without death's permission" is something I coined. I got told I should be dead by medical professionals, which was a thing to hear and a half. But I basically nearly got decapitated in a car accident a couple of years back, and since that accident, my eyes have kind of been opened to a different way of kind of living.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, that's it. It was just nearly taken away in such a short moment of madness on the road, it nearly got taken away. And since then, I've always felt so lucky to be alive that I've kind of have a certain view on life, and all aspects of life. And so each song is kind of a different perspective on a different thing.
Okay.
Of how I tend to go about life. And it's whether it's a matter of politics or religion or just general day-to-day life, it's my outlook. So it's letting people in on my kind of outlook on life.
Oh, cool. Sounds good. And then obviously you're doing the album launch party and you've got a tour and stuff for August, right?
That is right. Yes. It's 5 days away from the actual release now, on the 24th of June. And then on the 25th, we will be launching it officially as a little intimate party here in Bristol, which is going to be, I just can't wait. It's just going to feel like a huge weight off the shoulders. It's out there. It's real.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the kind of the final push now, and then then we're going to take it nationwide then in end of July, start of August, so bridging those. So cannot wait. And heading to some brand new cities and some familiar ones as well, which is just going to be amazing.
Awesome. And just kind of looking at your social media and stuff, you seem to be getting quite a decent buzz around kind of the album release and all that kind of thing.
It's getting there.
Have you got, like, say a band just starting out wanting to release some stuff, have you got any advice on how to kind of get out there, all that kind of thing?
Yeah, I would say don't hold back. I think really kind of letting your colors show it's just the way forward. There's no kind of trick to it, and I don't think there's any trick to social media anymore. There used to be find the algorithm and do this, and it really is it's a minefield of a place to be. But I think it's just be yourself, show yourself for who you are, be there, be around constantly. As far as social media goes, it's turning up. You've got to be in that game, and
exactly.
Be seen. I would say have a purpose with it as well. Like being active and doing things, even if it's like showing the fact that you're rehearsing, that you're writing, letting people in on that goes a long way. I think posting for the sake of posting, if it's not got any kind of anything behind it, people kind of see through all of that now. If it's just you're just posting old photos, or you're just posting, it doesn't kind of work anymore. People don't kind of buy into it. So it's got to be like a genuine and have something to it. But turning up and being there is always it's the way forward. But I think that in every aspect of band life, I think people think there's a real kind of trick of the trade and there's like tricks around things, but really the half the battle is just being in places, being present.
Exactly.
Go into shows if you're in a local band, then go into shows, turning up at other people's shows, supporting one another. It's how you get yourselves around.
Exactly.
And it works at every level as well. It's being in places where people are. That is
exactly. I mean, you've only got to look at the kind of the new wave of classic rock crowd now. Everyone's kind of banded together over the last few years, and it's really kind of helped out underground music a hell of a lot.
Oh, it's a good place to be, and there is this community vibe to it. There's no falsities to it. It is a matter of just being there, being a genuine, straight up person, because people see bullshit a mile away. And obviously there are people who are kind of presented above people. People might know people at labels and get jump ahead a little bit, but there's so much more that you can get from having a genuine connection with people
definitely
at a human level, and that goes a lot further.
Yeah, I'd say so. So kind of building a little bit more on that, what would you say the current climate of music is like, be it kind of live in this country, you know, from what you've seen from your gigs or with releasing new music, that kind of side of things, whatever, really?
I think it's a great place. I think the UK right now, I think in fact the world over, seems to be in a good place with the alt scene, and we're being like, people are very, very open to a lot more of the alt side of things, whether it's because people are on social media and being let in, or whether people's minds are opening a little bit more. There are certain people, whether you love them or hate them, but there's people like Bring Me the Horizon that are they're in the charts, they're on these boards, and they're doing collaborations with pop acts. And whether you love or hate their music, I think you have to appreciate the goodness that kind of does for shining a light on the underground scene, because I see a lot more people kind of turning towards like rock shows and the festivals and stuff being back now. Everything is insane, and on the smaller festival circuit as well. We've played a few since the restrictions have been lifted, and people are just turning up. Like, and the more I'm talking to people, I'm saying, "Oh, who are you here to see?" And they were like, "We were taking a punt." Yeah, they were here to see anyone, and there's nothing better than to hear that. Obviously, it's nice if people say, "Oh, we're here to see you." Obviously, I love that. But if people are just they're genuinely like, I don't actually know any of the bands, but I'm just turning up because I want to hear some good music. That's great, and I'm seeing and hearing that a lot more, which is just awesome. And that's how things grow. People find favorite bands, come back and spread the word. So it's it's a really good place to be. It's nice to see there's so much music coming out as well online. And it's a good community to be in it. A lot of people supporting each other and going a long way as well. There's some really good acts, even local to here. Some of the guys live in Bristol and just across the border, but there's bands like Holding Absence and
of course,
absolutely killing it worldwide now. So it's really great to see.
I think, again, if anything, the kind of lockdowns and stuff has almost helped it a little bit at this point, because everyone's just been so cooped up that they want to go out and see live music, and all the bands are all ready to go with new material. And do you know what? Like, for as much as it sucked and it really, really took away a lot of joy for people, it also served as a reminder for what people may have taken for granted with live music having it taken away like that. People really were like, okay, this is one of my favorite things in life, and it's people's like main passion, and you can see that now that people are just coming out in floods, and it's because it was nearly taken away. Exactly.
That threat is it's really kind of revived and like breathe the whole new life into the scene, which is just amazing.
So to kind of lighten it up ever so slightly, have you got a dream tour in mind for the band, whether you're supporting someone, huge around the world, or bringing some of your friends along, whatever?
There's so many, but at the moment, just because it's fresh and I know it's happening in America soon, that Rob Zombie Mudvayne,
like
Power Man
that'd be
tour.
cool.
like that is just awesome. I would just love to see the theatrics of that. And
definitely.
Even I'd take an opening slot on there. That would be amazing. That would definitely be a dream. I'm like a huge Rob Zombie fan, so that would be sick. I mean, went to see 9 Inch Nails 2 days ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that would be a dream. I think just meeting Trent Reznor would be a dream.
Exactly.
Playing with him. But yeah, I mean, the sky's the limit. I'd love any of these bands. And just want to get it worldwide. I think if there was a genuine, like, really good match, I don't know. We get told the different things like every time we play. Everyone's like, someone called us a new age Faith No More the other day, and I was like,
oh yeah,
you know,
I get that actually.
Yeah, I was like, I'll take it. I don't know, but that would be a dream come true if we could go on tour with someone like that.
That'd be a cool tour.
Yeah, that would be the ultimate. So that we'll put that up there as the ultimate dream.
They cancelled their tour over here, didn't they? Or at least rearranged. So you might be able to jump on it when it comes back.
We're like, well, now the album's out.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get involved. Yeah, that would be awesome. Anything Mike Patton related, I would jump at.
And then just to kind of close on, have you got a kind of plan for the future of the band? Like, are we talking like 5 years down the line? Do you have a goal of where you want to be?
100%. I mean, we have obviously just signed with Metal Blade now, and so we're making big plans with those guys. But really, the main goal is to get out and we want to be on every single continent. We want to meet as many people as humanly possible, because that's what makes this the dream. Really, it's the people, meeting people, connecting with people, and really making an impact on them. So it is as much fun as recording is, and we will continue because we're already writing album 2 now. So yeah, there's going to be many more releases, but it is hitting it worldwide is the plan, and getting as far and as wide as possible.
Oh, nice. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, sounds like a good plan. It's definitely seeing as many people, hitting as many festivals as humanly possible. Hellfest, I think, is up there.
I mean, there's so many like amazing European festivals these days. You know, Grass Pop. I know. Yeah, I've been looking at the last couple of years as well.
Yeah, seeing social media the last couple of days, it's like that's the step. That's the next step. So that's where we want to be hitting in the next year. And then the next 5 would be the huge support tours. That's the biggest goal now.
Sounds good. And really, just, have you got anything else to plug? I know obviously you'd mentioned the release party and the tour and stuff. Are you doing anything towards the end of the year, kind of gig wise, or?
We do have a whole bunch. Nothing is actually announced yet, but it's going to be tour and festivals throughout. I think we're booked up until December.
Oh, nice.
So it's the live circuit is it's going to be our home again on these shores, and obviously the album is out in just a matter of days. I can't believe it. So 5 days away. So if anyone is feeling like they're not offended by our particular brand of noise, then hit us up for that one.